To Undertag for sponsoring.
Love Undertag. I'm wearing them right now.
Richard Rapway loves Undertag, as do I. And they're sponsors of the show. We've come a long way. Episode 52. That is a full year. You could watch the podcast every day, nonstop, 24/7 for an entire year, that means.
Yeah, that's that Justin Awad math.
Isn't that crazy?
No, that is good, though. That's finally a real landmark, right?
Yeah, real landmark, 52 episodes. That's basically a year. I have some stats here. Our first 4 episodes got 27K views, 20K views, 27K views, and 25K views. Our last 4 episodes got 90K views, 70K views, 90K views, and 90K views.
Is that counting the audio too?
That's counting the audio only as well.
Very nice.
So thank you to everyone for supporting. Thank you to the sponsors. The show is ripping. If you guys were part of the OG first 4 episode crew, leave us a comment below. If you weren't, leave us an apology.
Yeah, go back and watch.
Yeah.
Actually, it's so funny. We used to do it no camera.
We used to do no camera. I knew audio only wouldn't work. We needed to lean on the clips a little more.
Yeah.
I'm not intellectual. I'm not academic enough.
You can't just riff. You got to have something to point to.
Exactly. All right. As we've been doing every week, we cover what is causing blood clots and heart problems this week. Instead of doing a new one, we're going to play a smash cut of all of the things that we've covered so far. Here are the things that cause blood clots and heart problems that we've covered on the show. There is another thing causing heart problems and blood clots. This week's reason is car exhaust and climate change. One of people's favorite drinks could be causing blood clots. It's black tea. Loneliness caused by social media is now a new leading cause for heart attacks and blood clots among young people. Are bloods getting thick?
Yeah. Your blood thickens and then clots, what extreme heat can do to your body.
Herbal supplements. Herbal supplements are the new thing causing heart problems in young people. Certain sleeping positions can cause blood clots and heart attacks. Napping and showering.
Cold showers.
Cold showers and napping is what's causing heart problems, strokes, and blood clots this week. We just wanted to let everyone know. Hopefully no one's taking naps or showering out there. Teens are getting irregular heartbeats from air pollution.
Warning, woman who ate the same fruit daily almost lost her leg from dangerous blood clot.
So this is a new development. The fruit was grapefruit.
University student dies of joy after hearing he'd passed his exams with flying colors.
Very sad to hear. Joy can cause heart problems, it sounds like.
Scientists studying temperature at which humans spontaneously die with increasing urgency.
U.S. life insurance companies have reported an overwhelming and unexplainable increase in all-cause deaths among 18 to 49-year-olds. Along with that, there's also been an increase in certain medical diagnoses such as miscarriages and Bell's palsy.
Heart attacks are becoming increasingly more common in women under 50, and medical experts can't figure out how.
So this week is no different. That was the super smash cut of all the things we've covered. And this week is no different. White rice.
White rice is as bad as candy when it comes to heart health. Study.
So you gotta stop eating rice, that thing that everyone's eating for what, forever?
They pick the best things. Watching them do this, they pick the best stuff. So it says on Wikipedia, domesticated rice is the most widely consumed staple food for over half the world's human population.
There you have it.
Had to get that.
Those are all the things that cause blood clots and heart problems. Obviously not the main thing that everyone got forced into taking. We're not huge fans of the vaccine here on the show.
No.
I don't wish badly upon anybody either, but I did see this tweet from this guy, Kevin McKenzie of Blue Check on Twitter, and he said a few years, like when the vaccine was first available, he said, "I'm massively hostile to the anti-vaxxers. Love the Singapore idea of making them pay for their hospital treatment. Or if it's too strong, the Greek idea of fining the elderly 85 pounds for every month they refuse the vaccine. Something must be done." And then, like 4 days ago, this same guy said, "Am currently having a much worse reaction to my COVID jab than either of my 2 actual bouts of COVID. Am I unique?" So you got COVID twice. You got all the vaccines, and the vaccine is worse than the COVID. I don't wish badly upon anybody, but
comeuppance is comeuppance.
People are gonna. This is the season of laying in the bed you made.
Absolutely,
We're seeing it a lot. It's time to lay in the bed you made.
And the thing I'll say about this, it's like these people were so quick to be like, let's punish them, let's carve them out, let's make them unique. And what, natural immunity? Never heard of it, Kelvin?
Yeah, I guess not.
So, I mean, even Fauci admits like that is the thing for the flu.
Yep.
You've got old video recordings of Fauci saying that. So
Exactly.
just Muppet think here, Kelvin.
It's time to get into the bed you made. Everyone get in the bed.
Tuck him in.
All right, next quick update. We have an abbreviated housekeeping. This is a very quick update. Jerry assassinated Muppy Mubzino. I'm not going to explain that. If you know, you know.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, exactly. If you know, you know. Muppy Mubzino is dead. R.I.P. to the homie, Muppy Mubzino.
Cool.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Moving on. Chris Pine is a lady soon. I'm just kind of reminding everyone. I've been calling that. I've been ringing the bell about that. I just want to keep getting on the record. There's a new article, I guess. Chris Pine at 41 is a spitting image of his iconic grandma. So the seed has been planted, and now it's about to germinate.
I was going to say
Water.
germinate. I'm surprised you knew that word.
Yeah, germinate. I know germinate. Water has been added. The soil is intact. Chris
Soil's
Pine,
ripe. It's rich, nutrient-dense soil.
Exactly. Chris Pine is on his way to being a lady. Moving on, before we get out of housekeeping, we actually have a lot of housekeeping left, so don't think it's over. We're still in housekeeping. Someone in Bonus Land commented, Monday is so much better because of Bonus Land, which I think is a great, what was the exact quote?
You dudes make my Monday so much better.
Everyone hates Mondays. If you like the show, you'll love Bonus Land. It's an extra 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times a month, basically a bonus episode that comes out on Monday. So if you like the show, you'd love Bonus Land. Links are in the description, patreon.com/Fleckus or YouTube. Join $2 a month, and you get an extra hour of the show a month, basically.
Yeah, support the boys. And also, that's growing too. Speaking of the show 1 year mark, the Patreon community is growing. And
the Patreon community is growing. The Bonus Land community is big. It's over 1,000 people at this point. Very grateful. If you're not part of it, don't expect me to reply to your DMs. Next, there is a way to tell what kind of winter we're having. It's a caterpillar technique.
yeah,
So basically,
woolly bear caterpillar winter predictions.
exactly. The woolly bear caterpillar, you can look at it and you can kind of read it, and it tells you what kind of winter you're going to have. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Similar to the horse aging technique. You can kind of use the animals to assess time and what kind of winter we're going to have in this case.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff like that. Like cricket chirping tells you the temperature.
Yeah.
If you measure it. So pay attention to the animals, guys.
Yeah, this is not an accident. God did this on purpose. Very nice. Moving on. Last piece of housekeeping. I've been talking shit to this card trick guy on Instagram, playfully. I'm not crossing any lines. I like him. I think he's a talented person. Check out this card trick he did.
Let's start out by giving the deck what's known as a casino wash. This is how they shuffle cards in Vegas. When they open up a brand new deck of cards, it prevents all methods of cheating. Now, on this page, I beat it about 15, 20 times already. And one of my favorite things is the TikTok hater comments, and people say that it's completely fake. So I'm going to do something in a moment, and I'm just dying to find out what you guys are saying. First of all, there's no aces on top or bottom. I'm going to give the cards a couple shuffles like this, and I want you to pay attention to when I shuffle. You'll see the top cards change and the bottom cards change as well. And that's not going to stop me from finding an ace. Now I'll shuffle again, and you can see again that the top cards change, the bottom cards change, and that's not going to stop me from finding an ace. This time you might be thinking, well, yeah, not only do you shuffle the cards, but you also have to cut the cards. It's not going to stop me. Now, for this last ace, I've done this particular thing on this page a handful of times as well, and people always say I'm palming the cards. Nothing in my right hand, nothing in my left hand. That last ace, the ace of spades, should be right about here. So, I'm dying to read these comments. I just absolutely love ignorance and confidence together.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I commented, lucky guesses, and you spent 4 days shooting, is my guess.
Okay,
So
fair.
he just kind of went here's the ace, and if it wasn't an ace, you shoot the whole thing over again. And he spent 4 days nonstop shooting. And the guy replied, LOL, you know the odds of quads? And then someone else said, bro, don't even entertain these messages. Hard work pays off. End of story. And then I said, I think all the cards are ace of spades, which doesn't even make sense because he pulled every single type of ace and he showed every single card. So I'm fully trolling. And the guy goes, LOL, a blue tick troll page. That's a first for me. And I said, back to him, another theory. Look closely. You never shuffled the deck. You could see the green screen bleeding through. it's all CGI. So it's basically like every theory in one. But, you know, the guy's talented. He's very good at card tricks, as are we.
Are we?
We are talented individuals. I've created and prepared a couple of card tricks myself. Check this out. Let me know in the comments if you can find out how I did it. This is card trick number 1. So for this trick, we're going to do a random drop of the cards, and we are going to grab, I don't know, the 5 of diamonds. There it is. And to prove that this is an actual real trick, we're going to grab the Jack of clubs and the 8 of diamonds. How about we do it together? There it is. Pretty good. Can you figure out how I did it? If not, there's another card trick that you can try to guess as well. This is card trick number 2. All right, we have a standard deck of cards, and we're going to give it a casino wash shuffle. Let's go ahead and get these washed, mix them all up. This is standard operating procedure at the casino. All right, and let's get these into groups of 4. Let's get these turned over into groups of 4. And let's get these out in order. And there you have it. How did I do it? Let me know in the comments. Those are the card tricks. Let us know in the comments if you can figure out how we did it. All right, we're in the Christian Walker section. It's not Cringe of the Week. It's its own Christian Walker section. A lot of people are talking about Christian Walker coming out and making a video a couple days ago about how his dad is not a good dad. He wasn't a good father to him. Not the Christian that he's portraying himself to be. He doesn't have the family values he says he does. All that stuff. Herschel Walker is obviously running for Senate. He's a Georgia legend. He rushed for like 2,000 yards in one season.
Yeah, played 15 years in the NFL.
Stuff like that.
Did it all.
And so, yeah, and Christian Walker is not happy that his dad is being portrayed in this nice light, and he made a video about it a month before the election. So I think this could have gone one of 2 ways. The first is, if you're Christian Walker, you know your dad is lying. You know people are lying about him. He knows you know he's lying. You don't say anything. You let him run his race. You let him win the Senate race, become a senator for Georgia, and it kind of creates like a redemption arc. There's like a chance to be redeemed. His dad, who wasn't the best dad, but also isn't running for Dad of the Year, he's running for Senate. His dad could have, won the race and done what's best for the people of Georgia and for America. And then that would have kind of been it. He would have known that he kind of, there were lies told about what kind of guy he was, and it would be on him to fix the relationship with his son. Mm-hmm. That was one.
Option A.
Option A. Or option B, you do what you did. You release the video a month before the election. Everyone's humiliated. He loses the race, and you guys are pretty much on bad terms after that.
I don't see how the phone call goes between them after he airs it out,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like the key thing here is it's Herschel Walker versus Raphael Warnock. Mm-hmm. Like that's what we need to focus on. Raphael Warnock is not a good guy. He's like a satanic pastor.
The pro-choice pastor, right?
Yeah.
Oxymoron doesn't work.
Exactly. So there's a big difference between the two people. Herschel Walker is not a perfect man. He got an abortion. He paid for an abortion in 2009. He says he's pro-life, but had an abortion. But if you had asked me in 2009 if I was pro-choice, I probably would have said yes. So there is a thing where people can change their minds about stuff. And also,
me too.
As a senator, Herschel Walker is a pro-life senator. Even if he does have these things in his past where he wasn't pro-life, going forward, he's running on the platform that he is pro-life. So the policies he would bring into office if he got that one of 2 Senate seats in Georgia would be a pro-life Senate seat, which is a lot different than what Raphael Warnock would bring. So that is a key distinction there. So in the first scenario, the offended parties would have been Christian Walker and his mom. Mm-hmm. And then airing it out and clearing it out would, benefit, I guess, him and her.
Yeah. Emotionally speaking, maybe.
Emotionally speaking, maybe 2 people. The damage of the absent father has already been done. So at that point, you just want to feel better yourself and get back at your dad. And then so you and your mom can feel good about it.
I guess, yeah.
In option 1. But in the second scenario, the people that would benefit, the number of people that would benefit are a lot higher. If Herschel Walker is elected over Raphael Warnock.
Agreed.
Yeah. So in the first scenario, you're kind of creating a pathway to redemption for your dad. In the second scenario, you're kind of seeking revenge because you're like an emotional homosexual.
I was wondering where it was coming. I was wondering when it was coming, but yeah. Stirring in your room with your mom going, that's bullshit.
Yeah, so you've had enough. The final straw hit that broke the camel's back a month before the election. You had enough, and you can't take it anymore, and you need to make a video kind of skewering your dad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Christian Walker's had a platform for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? His dad's been running for almost a year, right? At this point.
And you got to this point, and then like, yeah, elections get a little ugly and hairy. It's like, let's just get through a month. And then if you have an issue with your dad, you can kind of go tell him or tell him privately. I'm big into handling family matters in private.
Yeah, especially family, right? Like,
so that's kind of where we're at. Our take, or my take, is that they're, it's not a pretty situation. Christian Walker's not wrong for feeling the way he feels, but I think the way you go about it, you could have maybe swallowed your pride a little bit and let the election happen and let your dad have the best chance to win, because the platform he's running on, whether you think he believes it or not, the platform he's running on would be better for America and benefit more people if he was elected over Raphael Warnock. And he also rushed for 2,000 yards.
he rushed for a lot of yards.
He's like a different type of guy.
Yeah. Do you think he just gets in there and goes, psych? I had an abortion in 2009.
Abortions
We're
for
voting
everybody.
it. Yeah. No, that's not what's going to happen. So,
But we're just some people on a podcast. Who cares what we think? But that is my opinion on that situation. You maybe could have waited, or maybe you could have called somebody, or maybe you could have pretended everything was fine for 4 more weeks, and then you could have let everyone have it. Instead, you kind of created this drama that the left is going to use, and who knows what happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
bad. And Raphael Warnock's a terrible candidate.
Horrible.
He's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, oh, I'm the pastor. I'm the reverend. Let's start killing babies and supporting LGBTQ rights that are snowballing out of my control. So,
Exactly. In Georgia.
immigration, gun control. He runs the Democrat gamut. So
Yeah. So that's our take.
there's
there.
also a big gaslighting thing happening where like people think Georgia is purple and like Georgia's this big Stacey Abrams state or something. It's like, no, it's not.
literally Georgia. It's next to
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah. So, I mean, Georgia followers, they know what it's like. So
Yeah. So that's our take.
you got one problem, Atlanta.
You could have maybe controlled yourself a little bit and not gotten all, worked up over this and did what you did.
And it's crazy too, because that's like launching a bomb. Like you have like a tweet or like you have a video and you're editing it and you're just like, okay, now's the time. Boom, October surprise, dad. At 2 Brute, like it's from your son.
You did your own October surprise. They usually pay a lot of money for those. So they'd spend years researching those October surprises.
Are you insinuating some sort of?
No, I don't think he was paid. I don't think he was paid off. I don't think it was some insidious like leftist plot.
Yeah.
I just think he got emotional, he got worked up, and he just said, I can't take it anymore. Which is, whatever.
Drinking Starbucks. I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, in like a really nice kitchen with really nice cabinets. That actually could be interesting. If that was his house and those are the cabinets that dad paid for, it's like you're rich, right?
Yeah.
His thing is like he's rich.
Yeah.
So it's
He's
like,
not poor. Stop being poor, right? Isn't that his whole bit?
So it's like, did you get rich from your dad? Did he at least provide you with that?
Yeah.
So that's our take. Take what you want from it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
I want MAGA Republicans to win at all costs.
Yeah, and it's also like, dude, perspective-wise, there's always some sort of John McCain, or like the Senate is always 51-49, or, it's the most tight, heavily contested, crucial seat ever, and then Christian Walker drops this bomb, and it's like, okay, I don't care what happened to your family, like, we kind of really need this. We're getting steamrolled right now.
Yeah.
By Democrats, and, Kamala Harris comes in, oh, it's a 50-50 tie. I vote yes. And
Exactly.
they do whatever they want. So
all because you got really upset and you just broke. It's
Yeah.
like, let's not just break. The damage is already done too. Like he was an absent father in your younger years, which is not good.
He's not going to push you on the swing set starting now.
It's like we're like in our 20s now, right, Christian? Like,
yeah.